So I got to tell you this. It's going to be a new era in Blacksburg. There's a lot of things that have to be said about the Virginia Tech Hokies, but know this. Bud Foster's there, and as long as Bud Foster is running that defense, you know what to expect. A physical, bruising defense. But they're going to be a lot better on offense under Fuente. Okay? Because they were 7-6 last year and 4-4 in the ACC. Brandon Motley stepped in, and Motley's a redshirt senior. He's back this year. He had a nice year last year, threw for 11 touchdowns and had 7 picks. But Fuente's going to try to do with Mosley what he did with Paxton Lynch, which isn't easy. Think about it. He has knowledge on both sides of the ball. But there will be competition there with Evans, who's a JUCO transfer, and he was the top dual-threat quarterback coming in. Now, from a Kane's perspective, with Manny's defense, I would be worried about facing Evans more than I would Motley, because he's more of an more can make more plays. But here's what I have to look at when I'm watching Va Tech. We have to focus on McMillan, because this guy finished with over 1,000 yards rushing last year and 7 touchdowns. And they have the big play threat in Isaiah Ford. Now, whoever we match him up with, whether it be Korn or maybe the transfer we got from Texas, I forgot his name. The point is, we have to account for Ford. Now, their offensive line. You know, Beamer left a good offensive line for Fuente to build on, and a Virginia Tech MO had always been with Beamer: for physical running game, tough defense, and special teams. Now, the running game is still very, very strong. And we got to pressure whoever starts there, whether it be Motley or Evans. So we'll have to see on that. The point is, they have 8 starters back on 0. But just 6 on defense, though. And being it on a Thursday night, although it's a short week after the Carolina game, they're going to be more battle tested, and we'll be facing a Tech team that has been in tough games early in the year, because they go to Tennessee, they play Tennessee early, so we'll know more about them after that game. And I think there's still going to be some people that they're going to have to start getting used to. And I think Rick will capitalize on that very much. Their defense was destroyed by injuries last year. But even that, they do what they do best. And you know what Virginia Tech does. They force turnovers. Because Woody Barron's back. As long as Ken Canum's back up front. But they lose Kendall Fuller. Even though he got hurt last year. But they have Adonis Alexander, who led him with 4 interceptions. But off the field issues with him, smoking marijuana, gets a 12-month suspender, and he's not on the team. He's suspended indefinitely. But there is a chance we could see Alexander in this game in Blacksburg on a Thursday night. Special teams, we're going to have to contend with Greg Stroman, who's very good on returns. Now this is going to be a good test for us, with Notre Dame 9 days later. Again, the key here, like with the the Georgia Tech game early in the year, don't get hurt before FSU the following week. This game is you want to be healthy going into South Bend 9 days later to take on Notre Dame. But as for Virginia Tech, they're going to have a good season. I really believe they're going to have a good season. Fuente's very good with his offense. However, a Foster defense, and it's very hard to say, they're inexperienced. And their linebackers are inexperienced. And their DBs are inexperienced. What does that tell you, folks? It tells you Kai's going to have a monster game on Thursday night. And the way Kai will likely be rolling in this game, I think this could be one of those games where we just absolutely blow out the Hokies up in Blacksburg. Okay. Now, but we're in a tough stretch. But Carolina, we should be blasting Carolina the week before. That may be a little bit of concern going into Blacksburg on a short week. It's an easy victory. This team will absolutely blast Tech on the road. Yeah, and by the way, as for FSU, yeah, we will beat FSU this year. There's no doubt about that. I have no question about that one. Now, back to Virginia Tech. They're going to have a good year. Fuente, when he gets his guys in his system, that's going to be a team to be reckoned with again down the road, but not this year. We need to get momentum going up to South Bend, likely undefeated, and getting ready for a very, very physical game against Notre Dame, which I'll talk about tomorrow night. I look at Virginia Tech's schedule, and I say I could see this team maybe winning 8 games this year. You know, I could see eight wins out of Virginia Tech in year 1 under Fuente. Okay, I like where they're going. I like what way Fuente's done. Fuente's a winner. If Fuente's a winner, I like where Fuente's going with that team. I mean, you give him time. I think this is a team we should absolutely maul. That's not a problem there. But like I said, when Fuente gets his guys, oof, look out when Fuente gets his guys. And yes, we look good. We look good. We'll be looking good going into this game. My concern is on a short week up in Blacksburg. And you know it's going to be a very hostile crowd up there. We all know about that. But here's the thing. They're going to be very good. I mean, Fuente's coached quarterbacks. I mean, 2 of them are in the league, Andy Dalton and Paxton Lynch. He doesn't have that same deal in Blacksburg. But they're still going to be very good offensively. Defensively, you know, he keeps Foster. You know what you're getting with Foster. We all know that from day one. Okay? But they were very soft last year. And they gave up 52 points in a win against Tulsa in the bowl game. That's not the Foster defense we've come to expect up there. Really isn't. You know, that's the funny part. We win with Al up there in Blacksburg. Think about that. We win with Al. We should win with Mark Richt. Come on. We will be absolutely rolling when we go up there. Go figure that out. Go figure that. Now, they'll be better, obviously. The talents, they have good talent. They have good talent. Let's make no mistake. But the quarterback situation is going to be key, and that's going to be one that I'm going to watch that this year. But if their quarterbacks fail, you know, they might be in the bottom half of the league. No, I'm not Portuguese. No comment on that. I'm not Portuguese. But their key game is going to be Carolina on October 8th. Okay? Now, they could compete with Carolina. Okay? Now, I'll know about Tech after that game, really, in conference play. But I'll really know about them after the game in Bristol against Tennessee. And that's where I'm really going to start to get a sense of where Tech goes. Okay? Now, I think like I said, we win this game. I'm going to go my prediction. Yeah, I like it. You know, I tell you, I saw that look on Rick's face, and I think in this game, my only concern is that short week after Carolina on that Saturday. We got to go up to Blacksburg in a hostile place on a Thursday night. That would be my only concern. And with Notre Dame looming 9 days later, this to me is one of those quintessential trap games that you tend to think, okay, yeah, I know Tech's usually not a trap game. That's always been a great rivalry the last couple of years. But, oh yeah, we got to run the ball. I think we're going to do that with Gus, with Joe Yerby, with Deuce in this game. I got to think we win this game comfortably in Blacksburg. We win comfortably up there. So I really believe that. No question. No question. Yeah, yes, Walton for sure. Gus, he's saying it right. Our poster here says it correctly. Gus, Chalk, I'm not sure, Chalk, is that Gray? Is that Gray? All right, good. We got Chalk, we got Gus, we got Deuce, Yearby also. I got to say something, folks. Virginia Tech's going to get absolutely decimated in this ball game, but look at that schedule they have. They go to, like I said, they go to Bristol. They go to Carolina. They host us. They get Pitt and Notre Dame. But I think Fuente has the talent that he inherited from Beamer to be an 8-5-9-4 team. You know, and always compete for the Coastal. But I gotta think. I'm thinking I'm along the lines of 8-5, maybe 9-4 this year for them, along the same lines that they're saying. So that's going to be it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. My take on Tech this year. Tomorrow night, Catholics versus Convicts. My preview of the 2016 Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Take care. Good night.